Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're celebrating music from the decade that gave us grunge, boy bands, and double denim. Yep, I'm talking about the 90s. And we're starting with songs you totally forgot were awesome in the 1990s.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the best songs from the 1990s that don't get the love they deserve.
Wanna know the rest? Hey, by the rights, how bizarre.
Number 30, The Boy Is Mine, Brandy and Monica. There's nothing better than a powerhouse duet. Towards the end of the millennium, singers Brandy and Monica released this sassy bop and took the world by storm. With a classic R&B vibe, it is the perfect combination of petty and effortless cool. The unique concept of having both singers in a rivalry against one another was entirely new, and the masterful lyricism enhanced the narrative. It certainly did help that there was a rumored real-life beef between the two artists. Brandy and Monica added their own details to the melody and rhythm of the hit, showing off their distinctive styles. Despite their alleged animosity, there's no doubt that their voices blend perfectly, making us wish that they collaborated more often. Number 29, Fade Into You, Mazzy Star. The early part of the 90s was defined by a sonically darker phase in the music industry. After years of bright and highly produced tracks, people started to gravitate towards a more mellow or emotional sound. One key example is Fade Into You, a piece that perfectly captures the feeling of yearning for someone you thought you once knew. It's moody and melancholic, but still manages to hold people's attention throughout. The gloomy guitar combined with the dulcet vocals create an otherworldly audio experience that helps you tap into feelings you forgot you even had. While it's not as remembered as other ballads released during that period, it has a timeless feel that's helped it age well in the modern era. Number 28, Steal My Sunshine, Len. While the first part of the 90s was dominated by darker music, the latter half saw a return of lighthearted yet meaningful pop. One track that perfectly encapsulates this moment in time is Steal My Sunshine.
Of course you can't become if you only say what you would have done. So I missed a million miles of fun.
The bubbly instrumentation and surprisingly deep lines helped create the perfect blend of levity and hard-hitting emotion. The song defines the sound of the entire decade, and when listening to it, it's hard not to be transported back to the past. Even the video strikes the perfect nostalgic sweet spot, reminding everyone of simpler moments in their lives.
It's up for me. You steal my sunshine. Making sure I'm not in too deep.
While the band's subsequent singles didn't have the same impact on the charts, there's no doubt that they bottled the essence of that era into one immaculate bop. Number 27, Be My Lover, La Bouche. The 90s saw the rise of techno music, leading to the creation of some of the most foundational numbers in the scene. Nothing fits that description more than Be My Lover, a tune dripping in pure energy.
Looking back on all the time we spent together, you ought to know by now if you wanna be my lover.
Its flawless production was the perfect vehicle for the powerful vocals, with both elements taking center stage without overpowering one another. Upon its release, the song dominated the club scene, and for good reason. It's the perfect bop for a fun night out, and has the ability to leave everyone in high spirits. Over time, Be My Lover has solidified its place as a quintessential hit of both its genre and the era it was released in. Number 26, Friday I'm in Love, The Cure. Although it seemed like this gothic-inspired group would be a permanent fixture of the 1980s, they ultimately defied expectations. Friday I'm in Love showed a maturation in their sound, and proved to everyone that they were here to stay.
Monday you can fall apart. Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. Oh.
The seemingly straightforward lyrics perfectly conveyed the feeling of being head over heels in love, and it's impossible not to belt along. It reminds you of how fun infatuation can be when you're with the right person. With a giddy tone that's infectious in the best way possible, the song never fails to bring smiles to the faces of fans everywhere.
Saturday, wait. Sunday.
While it's one of The Cure's last mainstream hits, it still helped solidify their legacy for years to come. Number 25, Lightning Crashes, Live. You know a song is impactful when it still hits hard 30 years after its release. While the words on their own are laced with pain and emotion, the delivery is what makes them so special.
The angel opens her eyes.
The number laments on the grief and joy that comes with the beginning and end of life, creating a deeply reflective experience. Despite being dark, the guitar picks up partway through, creating different dynamic levels. It steadily crescendos, eventually coming to a head with a climactic final chorus, making Lightning Crashes a slow-burning masterpiece. While it's been overshadowed by other ballads of that time, it still stands out as one of the best, and for good reason. Number 24, Six Underground, Sneaker Pimps. There are some singles you hear and automatically associate with the period they were released in, and this is definitely one of them. The gloomy mood and aesthetics of Six Underground have peak 1990s energy without sounding dated.
Laid out low, nothing to go.
It combined both alternative rock and hip-hop inspired beats to form a sonically unique experience, introducing trip-hop to mainstream audiences. It's an ambitious yet effortless number that serves as a time capsule for the era as a whole and appeals to everybody, whether they're a 90s baby or not. While the original singer is no longer with the band, they still perform it to this day, and it sounds just as good as it did when it was first released. Number 23, Groove is in the Heart, Delight. This not only helped usher in a brand new decade, it also served as a loving homage to the one that had just ended. Everything about this song is unapologetically whimsical, from the constant slide whistle to the Dr. Seuss references.
We're going through 2 years of Hulu. I couldn't ask for another.
It managed to include different aspects of several genres without sounding too cluttered, and the various samples used throughout served as Easter eggs for fans of the original numbers. It was a musical and technical feat, and helped open the decade with a bang. The campy presentation of its accompanying video only added to the fun.
Groove is in the heart. Groove is in the heart.
Even today, the track still hits hard, capable of getting people across generations grooving to its infectious beat. Number 22, Free Your Mind, En Vogue. Some of the greatest songs are those that aim to convey a broader message about the state of society. Free Your Mind manages to do so in the most iconic way possible. It's empowering from the moment it begins and advocates for various causes like interracial marriage and ending harmful stereotypes.
Rap music, where hip-hop grows. That doesn't mean that I'm upset and
It urged people to free themselves of the negative misconceptions they might hold about people different from them. The group's jaw-dropping voices and powerful presences only made the presentation more invigorating. The classic rock-inspired instrumentals add potency to the piece and help command attention to the points being made. It's quality activism and superb musicality all wrapped up into one 4-minute package. Number 21, Save Tonight, Eagle Eye Cherry. With nothing but an acoustic guitar and a dream, Eagle Eye Cherry was able to produce one of the best one-hit wonders of the 90s. While it sounds like a typical acoustic ballad at first, the lyrics reveal just how complex and layered it really is.
You and me and a bottle of wine and I'll hold you tonight.
Tackling themes of lost love, it encapsulates a coming-of-age journey in a single song. Its mellow yet undeniably profound energy caused it to immediately stand out among other chart toppers at the time. Save Tonight offered a more understated composition, but its reception among fans was anything but.
Save tonight and fight the break of dawn.
While it was ultimately the biggest success of Eagle Eye Cherry's career, it left a lasting impression on the musical landscape that is still felt to this day.
Tomorrow I'll be gone.
Number 20, Far Behind, Candlebox. There are multiple songs dedicated to the late influential grunge musician Andrew Wood, including Wood by Alice in Chains and this song from Candlebox.
Now maybe Did I mean to treat you bad?
Far Behind is moody from the start, with its somber guitar melody and aching vocals from Kevin Martin. We get a release through the intense chorus, where Martin sounds every type of upset over what happened.
Did I mean to treat you so bad? But I did it anyway. Now
While he doesn't address Wood by name, it's evident that his loss has affected him in a major way. Far Behind performed well on the Billboard charts, and it's easy to see why. The best grunge songs find heart inside the angst, and Far Behind is at the front of the pack.
left me far behind. Left me far behind.
Number 19, A Girl Like You, Edwyn Collins. Do you have a weakness for Scottish musicians? If so, you probably fell head over heels for Edwyn Collins when this song came out.
Never known a girl like you before.
The alt-rock track made a mark thanks to the intoxicating guitar playing, its addictive melodies, and Collins' seductive voice. That's a winning mix if we've ever heard one. We also can't forget the great music video and all of its dancing skeletons.
Give me just a taste, so I want more.
A Girl Like You was a top 10 chart success in multiple places, and even hit number 1 in Iceland and Flanders. We had never heard a song like this before, and thanks to Collins' unique style, we're not sure if we ever will again. Number 18, You Get What You Give, New Radicals. We could always benefit from a song like this one. You Get What You Give is an endlessly peppy 90s classic about how we need to keep going even when the world is against us. With its jaunty melodies and Greg Alexander's echoing vocals, New Radicals offered a new hope, as well as a few jabs at powerful figures. While this could have been the perfect way to kick off a long and fruitful career, the band broke up the following year. Luckily, 2021 saw them come together to perform the track in honor of President Joe Biden's inauguration. We still have the dreamer's disease, and we're not worried about a cure. Number 17, Do You Know What It Takes? Robin. Music fans know that Sweden is spoiled for pop talent, with Robin being one of the country's biggest icons.
Don't you know I can see what you're doing?
The singer made a huge splash when she was just a teenager with the release of her single Do You Know What It Takes? Bringing R&B and dance pop vibes together, Robin proved Sweden could groove just as well as anyone else. As she sings to someone she's considering a relationship with, she asserts her need to be treated right, and her voice fits beautifully over the song's funky production. With this work, Robin showed she knows what it takes to create something great. Number 16, Laid, James. Many hit 90s songs referenced intimacy in one way or another, but few were as explicit as this one from Manchester band James. A key word from the track's opening lines was actually changed for one version of the video, but the message is still pretty obvious. The number sounds like something that could have made a splash in just about any decade. That is thanks in large part to Tim Booth's passionate vocals and the shimmering guitar chords. Though it was released in 1993, the song later gained a new life thanks to the American Pie films. We have to say, a movie based directly on the lyrics today would definitely be interesting. Number 15, All My Life, Casey and JoJo. Heartfelt ballads will always be in style, and brothers Casey and JoJo provided us with an all-time classic fit for the late 90s.
I will never find another lover sweeter than you, sweeter than you.
All My Life is R&B at its most gorgeous, with beautiful vocal melodies, a powerful instrumental arrangement, and touching lyrics about love.
All my life, I pray for someone like you.
There's not an ounce of cynicism to be found in this song, only affection and appreciation. It even made Billboard's Hot 100 singles of the 90s list, showing that a positive message can lead to a massive hit. We could listen to this song all our lives and never get tired of it.
Yes, I pray that you do love me too.
Number 14, Missing, Todd Terry remix, Everything But the Girl. Maybe you've heard the original version of this song,
And I miss you like the deserts miss the rain.
which was released by English indie duo Everything But the Girl in 1994. But chances are you're more familiar with house DJ Todd Terry's remix.
Walking down your street again, past your door.
Terry's booming beats are an unexpected but great accompaniment to Tracy Thorn and Ben Watt's heartbroken lyrics. If there was ever a song that could make you dance and cry, it's this one.
Back on the train, that's why did I come again.
According to Thorn, the track was always meant to be a dancey one. With this remix, Terry brought the party out without betraying the number's inherent emotion. If you've missed this song like the deserts miss the rain, now's the perfect time to revisit it.
Deserts miss the I miss you.
Number 13, UNITY, Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah has had such a remarkable career, doing everything from acting to talk show hosting flawlessly. So it's easy to forget that she was first known as a rapper and hip-hop artist.
Don't be getting mad when we playing, it's cool. But don't you be calling me out my name. I bring rap to those who disrespect me like a dame.
But if you ever need a reminder of what a force she is on the mic, listen to UNITY. Not only does this song showcase Latifah's amazing rapping and lyrical skills, but it also has a very powerful message. Addressing the misogyny that had become prevalent in the genre, the star stands up for herself and others like her. The sentiment is as relevant now as it was then, and the track is just as impactful.
Here we go.
Number 12, Inside Out, Eve 6. We had heard of a broken heart, but this was our first time hearing about a blended heart.
I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rinds, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside.
This hit from alt-rockers Eve 6 is about agony, both painful and poetic. As frontman Max Collins sings over the blasts of guitar, he paints a vivid picture that has the depth to resonate with any listener.
I would swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing.
Inside Out was the first single off of the band's self-titled debut, and they were still rather young at the time. There's definitely plenty of angst in this song as a result, but it never gets old. Beyond that, Collins' skills as a songwriter have made it a 90s rock classic.
They don't wanna put my tender heart in a blender, once it's been around to a beautiful oblivion.
Number 11, Possum Kingdom, Toadies. If you're looking for a whimsical song about a land populated by possums, keep looking, because you're not going to find that here.
Make up your mind, decide to walk with me.
This song from the Texas alt-rockers Toadies is about Possum Kingdom Lake, located close to Fort Worth. Toadies frontman Vaden Todd Lewis reportedly made up a legend about a killer who stalked the region. And the track's spooky lyrics helped give Possum Kingdom a new legacy.
I would treat you well, my sweet angel, so help me Jesus.
While this subject matter might be a tough sell for a popular song, the Toadies managed to balance both catchiness and creepiness. Just maybe don't listen to it on any late-night walks for your own sake.
Jesus, Jesus.
Number 10, Two Princes, Spin Doctors. Some songs are just so catchy, they get stuck in your head before the first chorus. This track, from New York's Spin Doctors, is a royal delight. The powerful drums and guitar grooves get us hooked right away, with the casual but charismatic vocals keeping us there. With its mix of loud production and pretty melodies, the song manages to be both tough and sweet. Two Princes became Spin Doctors' biggest hit, reaching number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 and snagging them a Grammy nomination. We wouldn't blame you if you felt like listening to it now. Number 9, Breakfast at Tiffany's, Deep Blue Something. When Truman Capote published Breakfast at Tiffany's, he probably never expected his story would become such a phenomenon.
You'll say we've got nothing in common.
Of course, the 1961 movie it spawned is widely beloved. Deep Blue Something smartly used it as the crux of their song about a man trying to save his relationship.
I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany? She said, I think I remember the film.
Despite its title, it's been said that the words were inspired by another Audrey Hepburn film, Roman Holiday. Either way, it's a great listen. With earnest vocals and a huge chorus, Breakfast at Tiffany's is 90s rock at its most lovably sentimental. Deep Blue Something might be regarded as one-hit wonders, but we will always be up to grab Breakfast at Tiffany's with them.
As I recall, I think we both kinda liked it, and I said, well, that's the one thing we got.
Number 8, Bound for the Floor, Local H. We hope you're in a good mood because this song is probably gonna bring you down.
Born to be down. I've learned all my lessons before now.
On Bound for the Floor, Illinois duo Local H are not offering much hope, happiness, or healing. Over distorted sounding guitar, frontman Scott Lucas sings raspily about how he's born to be down. The song is full of rage, much of it directed inwardly. While it might not have come from a positive mindset, Bound for the Floor still works as a commentary on self-esteem and how easy it is to tear yourself down. Through this song, Local H likely helped many struggling people to feel seen. Number 7, Stay, I Missed You, Lisa Loeb. If you treasured your glasses as style accessories in the 90s, it was probably because of Lisa Loeb.
You say I only hear what I want to.
On her biggest hit, the singer-songwriter addresses a partner she's on the outs with, but she knows it won't be easy to leave for good. Inspired by Loeb's own relationship difficulties, this song was first meant for Daryl Hall.
You said that I was naive. I thought that I was stronger.
However, Loeb held onto it, and with some help from actor Ethan Hawke, the song ended up on the soundtrack for the iconic Gen X dramedy Reality Bites. It even topped the Billboard Hot 100. Oh, and did we mention that she wasn't working with a label at this point? There's power in independence.
You say stay.
Number 6, 7 Seconds, Youssou N'Dour featuring Nena Cherry. Music can both entertain us and broaden our cultural awareness. In this hit, featuring acclaimed artist Nena Cherry, Senegalese singer Youssou N'Dour speaks from the heart. Singing in French, English, and Wolof, N'Dour focuses on a child's introduction to the world, unaware of all of the issues facing society.
It's not a second, we're 7 seconds away.
With its sensual production and great performances from N'Dour and Cherry, 7 Seconds is a song that provides hope during hard times. No matter what language you speak, you'll likely find yourself touched. This song lasts much longer than 7 seconds, and for that, we're forever grateful.
It's not a second, we're 7 seconds away.
Number 5, Ready to Go, Republica. Do you love songs that you can both dance and mosh to? Then you're probably a big fan of this one from Republica.
You're weird in tears, too near and too far away.
Ready to Go mixes dance elements like pulsating percussions with rock ones like electric guitars. It all comes together to create an infectious and exciting song, punctuated by powerhouse vocals.
It's a cry of fire, yeah, I'm standing on the rooftop shouting, baby, I'm ready to go.
Republica barely slows down for a second on this track, but with hooks as good as the ones here, we don't blame them for wanting to keep the momentum going. We'll shout it from the rooftops. We'll always be ready to jam along to Ready to Go. Number 4, How Bizarre, OMC. Roughly 11 months before Lorde was even born, New Zealand made a splash on the international music charts.
Brother fellas in the back, sweet singers in the front, cruising down the freeway in the hot, hot sun.
This was thanks to How Bizarre, a hit from Auckland trio OMC. And true to its title, this song stands out against many others of the time. With its mix of relaxing guitar airs, groovy beats, trumpets, and singing and rapping from vocalist Polly Fuimana, it feels like a never-ending array of ideas.
How bizarre! How bizarre! How bizarre!
But somehow, each element works together seamlessly, and the result is a song bursting with both creativity and heart. The way we can't get enough of this number is making us crazy.
It's making me crazy. It's making me crazy. Every time I look around.
Number 3, In the Meantime, Space Hog. While glam rock is a genre often associated with the 70s, it stayed relevant in the 1990s, thanks in part to this song from Space Hog. The band combines the pageantry of glam rock with a raw 90s energy.
In the end, we shall achieve in time the thing they call divine.
And they bring some 80s flair into it too, sampling experimental pop group Penguin Cafe Orchestra's song Telephone and Rubber Band. Although the lyrics might seem a little vague at first listen, singer Royston Langdon has said that they're about finding self-acceptance. If David Bowie had first started making music in the 1990s, we imagine that it would have sounded a little like this. We just love the all of this song. Number 2, Crush, Jennifer Page. Is there any topic better suited for a pop song than a crush?
See you blowing me a kiss. It doesn't take a scientist to understand what's going on, baby.
On this catchy hit, singer Jennifer Page tapped into everything we think of when it comes to infatuation. From a racing heart, to overthinking, to fantasizing about the future, Crush addresses all the steps of falling for someone with true poise.
It's just a little crush, not like our fate every time we touch.
Page's sultry vocals are so enchanting, we developed a crush on our own. It's been labeled as teen pop, but the song is a lot more mature than you would expect. It's safe to say that we'll always have a thing for Crush.
Not like everything I do depends on you.
Number 1, The Way, Fastball. If you want to write a song but are feeling stuck, take a look at the news and see if anything strikes you.
They made up their minds and they started backing.
Apparently, that's what Austin band Fastball did for this song. The Way was reportedly conceptualized after group member Tony Scalzo learned about an elderly Texas couple who went missing and ultimately didn't make it.
Anyone could see the road that they walk on is paved in gold.
While the real-life story is a tragic one, Fastball managed to create a song that honors its subjects without becoming too melancholic or coming across as callous. We might not know the way, but we do know something. Fastball scored a home run with this track.
Never get hungry, never get old and gray.
What song from the 90s do you think deserves more recognition?
Look around your world, pretty baby. Is it everything you hoped it'd be?
All right, from awesome to cheesy we go, as it's now time to check out some one-hit wonders who totally had us singing along to their tacky tunes in the 90s.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 cheesiest one-hit wonders of the 1990s. For this list, we're looking at the most ridiculous and or melodramatic songs from bands or artists with one universally recognized song. Remember that being on this list doesn't mean we think a song is bad. What's your favorite cheesy 90s hit? Number 20, Whoop There It Is, Tag Team. There are countless 90s hip-hop songs examining complex topics like socioeconomic struggles and relationship difficulties. Then there's this song, which is pretty much just about being the best at having a good time.
Tag team, back again. Check it to record, let's begin. Party on, party people, let me hear some noise.
Whoop There It Is by Atlanta duo Tag Team is a classic of Miami bass, but it's far more family-friendly than your average 2 Live Crew song. Even nearly 30 years later, we cannot resist the thick rhythms of this song, nor screaming the hook at the top of our lungs.
There it is, let me hear you say, whoop, there it is. Whoop,
Whoop, there it is, and we hope it never goes away. Number 19, Mbop, Hanson. Okay, so maybe it was kind of annoying when it was on the radio seemingly every hour of every day, but 25 years later, Mbop still holds up amazingly well. Band of Brothers Hanson's pop rock classic went number 1 in multiple countries, no doubt helped by a chorus that's catchy no matter what language you speak. However, despite the song's sunny demeanor, the lyrics are actually pretty deep if you pay attention. Isaac, Taylor, and Zach sing about how important it is to cherish our relationships. They might have been young, but these brothers were definitely wise. Number 18, Sex and Candy, Marcy Playground.
Hanging round downtown by myself, and I had so much time.
After the grunge explosion of the early 90s came the dawn of post-grunge, bands that emulated Nirvana and Pearl Jam, but who tended to lean in a more melodic direction. While Sex and Candy is no Smells Like Teen Spirit, it still stands as a 90s alt-rock classic.
And I was thinking about myself, and then there she was.
Sure, it might be hard to take a song called Sex and Candy seriously, but Minneapolis's Marcy Playground keeps things chill.
I smell sex and candy here.
Lead singer John Wozniak sounds like Kurt Cobain without quite as much angst. And every strum of the guitar and hit of the drums feels cleansing. This song, it surely is a dream.
Devious stares in my direction. Mama, this surely is a dream. Yeah.
Number 17, Rico Suave, Gerardo. You can probably name a dozen rappers each from New York, Los Angeles, or Atlanta. But how many do you know of that are from Ecuador? Gerardo helped bring Latin hip-hop to prominence with this jam about a man who's not shy about his success with the ladies. Although he might be bragging, he's so charismatic about it we don't mind. Gerardo became so associated with this song, we sometimes forget his stage name isn't actually Rico Suave. Latin rappers have done some amazing things over the decades, and Gerardo deserves our respect for helping bring more diversity to the genre. Number 16, Jump, Crisscross. There are 2 things we will forever remember Crisscross for: their fondness for backwards clothes and their chart-topping hit, Jump. Despite both being 13 when the single dropped, rappers Mac Daddy and Daddy Mac were not kidding around. And neither was Jermaine Dupri, who provided the song's hard-hitting but still danceable beat. Sampling classic artists like the Jackson 5 and James Brown, Jump kept things fresh even by looking to the past. And while it might be old school, it's still as enjoyable now as it was then. If there's any song that demands you get moving, it's Jump. Number 15, One of Us, Joan Osborne. Usually, songs about God are heard in church, not on Top 40 radio. But American singer Joan Osborne brought the charts to the light with One of Us. In this top 5 hit, Osborne speculates about a world in which God was indistinguishable from any average mortal.
If God had a name, what would it be, and would you call it to his face?
Some might take offense to God being likened to a slob like One of Us, and the message is completely unsubtle. But this song still gave us something to think about, which we can't say for all the songs on this list.
What if God was one of us? Just a slob like one of us.
Heaven help us, we still love this song. Number 14, Informer, Snow. We got snow in August. That was the month Canadian reggae artist Snow dropped Informer, a hit bigger than his glasses in the song's video. Mixing reggae and hip-hop, Informer is a song decrying snitches.
So they put me in the back the car at the station. From that point on, I reached my destination.
But we had to hear it a few dozen times before we could start to parse what Snow was saying. Despite the song's party-ready and fairly ridiculous sound, it actually has some pretty serious origins.
Informer, you know, say that I'm a snowman, I go glam. I like you boom boom there.
Snow wrote the song while incarcerated, before he had any kind of musical career. Who knew A Licky Boom Boom Down had such personal meaning?
Take them on, I say that I'm a snowman, stop somewhere down the lane. I like you boom boom there.
Number 13, Mr. Vane, Culture Beat. If you attended a dance party in the 90s, the question wasn't if they would play Mr. Vane, but when. This hit from German group Culture Beat had everything for a house anthem. A steady kick drum pulse, an energetic synth melody, and gorgeous vocals, courtesy of vocalist Tanya Evans. And if things weren't already poppin', member Jay Supreme comes through with a great rap verse. Mr. Vane has no time to slow down, throwing everything at you at once and then some. Even if we're not at the club, we feel obligated to dance whenever it's on. Number 12, Steal My Sunshine, Len. There are plenty of reasons to look forward to summer, including an excuse to listen to Steal My Sunshine.
I was lying on the grass of Sunday morning of last week.
While this hit from Canadian band Len is great any time of year, it's perfect for a hot day. With its sunny lyrics and beat, it's as infectious as a 90s song can get, especially with its sampling of Andrea True Connection's disco classic More, More, More. The vocal contrast between raspy Mark Costanzo and his sister Sharon's sweeter vocals is another highlight.
I know it's up for me.
You steal my sunshine.
Making sure I'm not in too deep.
We're gonna put this song on LATER this week, or just right now. Number 11, Cotton Eye Joe, Rednecks. Need any further proof that the 90s was one of the weirdest decades of all time? Rednecks, a Swedish dance group, released a techno version of a pre-Civil War American folk song, and it became an international sensation. We wouldn't think to mix fiddles and banjos with pulsating club beats, but Redneck's approach somehow proved irresistible, even if we might be embarrassed to admit it now.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Where did this song come from? Clearly some very creative minds. Where did it go? If we're being honest, it'll probably always be a part of us.
I've been Cotton Eye Joe. I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Number 10, We Like to Party, the Vengabus, Venga Boys. Another Eurodance group that took the world by storm, at least for a moment, was Venga Boys. The Dutch group had a few hits to their name, but none permeated our collective consciousness quite like We Like to Party. Its pro-celebration message is timeless, but the most enduring aspect of this song is its over-the-top synth melody. You know the one. Trying to get this song out of your head is like trying to get sand out of your shoes after a day at the beach.
The Benga bus is coming and everybody's jumping. New York to San Francisco, an intercity disco.
The Vengabus was coming, and we just had to get on. Number 9, Blue Dabba Dee, Eiffel 65. Yo, listen up, here's the story about an Italian dance song that was everywhere in the late 90s. Blue is about a guy in a world where everything is blue, including himself.
Blew his house with the blue little window and a blue Corvette, and everything is blue for him.
That's not exactly what you would expect to be the subject of a club banger, but Eiffel 65's knack for catchy hooks and melodies made us all think blue. In a good way.
And she is so blue.
The chorus might have been mostly nonsensical, but who says things need to make sense to be good? We do have to say that the music video still creeps us out a little, though. Number 8, What is Love? Hadaway. There are some questions that will likely never be answered, including the one at the center of this dance hit by Hadaway.
What is love?
It's not clear if Hadaway is actually asking what love is or if he's just speaking rhetorically. But what is clear is how this song became such a big hit, with its thick grooves, classic hook, and backing vocals. Its music video, featuring Hadaway being pursued by a trio of women, including a vampire, is also classic. We don't know what love is, but we know we love this song.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more.
Number 7, Tub Thumping, Chumbawamba. While English band Chumbawamba started out as a politically minded punk band, their biggest hit was more suited for dancing than moshing. In its own more accessible way, Tub Thumping can be seen as a political song.
Songs that remind him of the good times. He sings the songs that remind him of the best time.
The lyrics are about standing up in the face of adversity, after all. And we are always in the mood to sing along to the chorus, especially if we've had a bad day. Chumbawamba's message resonated with many, as Tub Thumping topped the charts in multiple countries. This is a song that reminds us of both the good times and the better times. Number 6, Barbie Girl, Aqua.
Hiya, Bobby.
Hi, Ken.
You wanna go for a ride?
Sure, Ken.
Jump in.
Many sweet childhood memories involve Barbie dolls, but this song from Danish pop group Aqua isn't quite so innocent. In Barbie Girl, member Lena Nystrom likens herself to the famous doll, with fellow member Renee Ziff as her Ken.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic.
And what they talk about isn't exactly G-rated. Mattel sued label MCA Records for trademark violation and alleged negative effects on Barbie's image.
You can touch, you can play.
This case was thrown out, and Mattel later ended up making a music video with a new version of the song. Of course, certain lines like the one about hanky-panky were taken out.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Number 5, Mambo Number 5, A Little Bit Of, Lou Bega. If your name is Monica, Erica, or any of the other names mentioned in Mambo Number 5, we understand you might have mixed feelings about this song.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the car, so come on, let's ride.
But in terms of delightful 90s cheese, Mambo Number 5 is a 10. Building off an instrumental from Cuban artist Damaso Perez Prado, first released in 1950, Mambo Number 5 is shamelessly corny and endlessly fun.
A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side.
Bega sounds like he's having the time of his life, even breaking out into laughter. We don't need to listen to this song often, but a little bit always does the trick.
You can't run, you can't hide. You and me gonna touch the sky.
Number 4, Baby Got Back, Sir Mix-a-Lot. There have been plenty of popular songs about butts over the years, but none have proved quite as enduring as this classic from Sir Mix-a-Lot.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny.
Pretty much every part of this song is legendary by now, from its opening dialogue between two valley girls to the bass-boosted beat, to the song's iconic opening lines, as well as other lyrics.
So fellas, has your girlfriend got your butt? Hell yeah! Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake that healthy butt.
And even though it's fairly raunchy, how can you not love a song that promotes body positivity the way this one does? Baby Got Back is still a classic, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Dial 1-900-MIX-A-LOT and kick them nasty thoughts. Baby got back.
Number 3, Ice Ice Baby, Vanilla Ice. As embarrassing as it might be to admit now, Ice Ice Baby was how many of us were first introduced to hip-hop.
Alright, stop, collaborate and listen. Ice is back with my brand new invention.
But as cheesy as this song is, it's also a part of history, as it was the first hip-hop song to hit #1 in the US. The under-pressure sampling beat is obviously iconic.
Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, baby.
But credit must also be given to Mr. Ice himself, who's so confident in his delivery, we can't help but like him. He might not have the cred of Tupac or Eminem, but for a minute, this self-described lyrical poet was our favorite rapper.
Yo, man, let's get out of here. Word to your mother.
Ice, ice, baby, tickle.
Number 2, I'm Too Sexy, Right Said Fred. At first, I'm Too Sexy seems rather arrogant. After all, isn't it a song about a guy bragging about how physically attractive he is?
I'm too sexy for my shirt, too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts.
While technically that is true, the song is more about mocking vanity, especially in the fashion industry. It's also an absurdly fun song, with its groovy beat and deep vocals, which one reviewer likened to Elmer Fudd on steroids. I'm Too Sexy topped the charts in various countries.
I'm a model, you know what I mean, and I do my little turn on the catwalk.
And its influence continues to this day. In 2021, Drake scored another #1 with the Right Said Fred sampling Way Too Sexy.
I'm too sexy for the trap, too sexy for that cap, too sexy for that jap, yeah.
The 90s will always be with us. Number 1, Macarena, Bayside Boys Mix, Los del Rio. If you were around in the 90s, it might have seemed like Macarena and its accompanying dance came out of nowhere, but it actually took a few years for it to become a sensation. Latin pop duo Los del Rio first released the song in 1993.
When I dance, they call me Macarena, and the boys they say que soy buena.
Then in 1995, the Bayside Boys remixed the song, making it both more danceable and bilingual with the addition of English lyrics. A year later, it became the hit we all know and, yes, love.
I am not trying to seduce you.
Topping the US charts for 14 consecutive weeks, Macarena was a song you couldn't avoid unless you lived in a cave in Antarctica. And even then it wasn't guaranteed. But we love it and the dance all the same. Hooray, Macarena!
Not all music videos are created equal, especially ones from the 90s. So here now is a look at the most ridiculous ones from the decade.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most over-the-top, of their time, or otherwise wild music videos from the 1990s. They aren't necessarily bad, just unique.
Black hole sun, won't you come?
Number 30, The Sign, Ace of Base. The music video medium is eternally shifting, and has undergone lots of stylistic changes over the years. Perhaps no video is more of its time than this one from Sweden's Ace of Base. The vocal group always brought the vocal thunder and melodic hooks with their music, while this video attempts to incorporate the visual technology of the day. Floating GIF onks appear for reasons, while the group is superimposed over other images of, well, mostly themselves. It's not the worst offender on this list, but the tendency of the sign to take itself 100% seriously definitely earns it a spot. Number 29, No Diggity, Blackstreet featuring Dr. Dre and Queen Pen. The R&B video tropes all seem to be in place upon an initial examination of No Diggity by Blackstreet.
It's going down, fade to Blackstreet. The homies got at me, collab creations, bump like agony.
Limos? Check. Background dancers? Double check. Blackstreet also remembered to bring their matching overalls, which is a nice touch.
East side to the west side, push a fat rise, it's no surprise.
That said, can somebody explain to us why there's a marionette performing on a piano? It's an absurd element that's never really explained. Unless Dr. Dre thought it was a cool idea? Puppets appear throughout the video, playing guitar and generally hanging out. It's probably the most memorable aspect of No Diggity, however, and one of the reasons why we're still talking about the video today. Number 28, Nothing My Love Can't Fix, Joey Lawrence. It's a classic scenario. Actors singing and musicians acting.
Why is my baby blue?
Joey Lawrence was the latest in a long line of show business types that attempted to stretch their creative legs with his single, Nothing My Love Can't Fix. Lawrence's ties to the performing arts serve him well in selling the song, while the video itself is colorful in that gloriously gaudy 90s way. The opening spray painting and paint splashes eventually shift to Joey in all of his glory. Decked out in the, we're gonna go with best fashion of the day, Lawrence is notably seen on the beach and walking the streets, running his hands through that perfectly coiffed hair. It's all done without a shred of irony, and we are here for it.
There's nothing my love can't fix.
Number 27, Aeroplane, Red Hot Chili Peppers. The Red Hot Chili Peppers have always possessed a funky and unique visual style, and this also translated into their music videos. Aeroplane feels indebted to the variety show landscape of 1970s TV, with tons of sequin jumpsuits and backup dancers. The energy is kinetic, while the colors are saturated in a way that's garish but not entirely unpleasant.
I like pleasures like with pain and music is my aeroplane.
The group do their thing while the extras wave around paddles that seemingly simulate runway landing gear at an airport. Oh, and there are also trapeze artists for some reason, as well as a giant swimming pool, all while the Chili Peppers rock the house. Number 26, Rico, Suave, Gerardo. It's a song and accompanying video that became a punchline for the decade, and probably for good reason. The overarching legacy of the 90s had not yet been codified when Rico Suave by Gerardo was released back in '90. As a result, the video still feels very much indicative of the late 80s, with its gaze planted firmly upon selling sex.
There's not a woman that can handle a man like me, that's why I juggle 2 or 3.
To be fair, both Gerardo and his backing dancers service the camera to over-the-top effect. Rico Suave will forever be a time capsule piece, however. It's a snapshot of aesthetic taste that's either very bad or so bad it's good, depending upon one's point of view.
Rico. Suave.
Number 25, Sock It To Me, Missy Elliott featuring Debrat. Fans could always count upon the fertile creative imagination of Harold Hype Williams when it came to outside-the-box music video ideas.
I was looking for affection, so I decided to go swing it in my direction.
How else could one explain the pitch meeting behind Sock It To Me? A collaboration between Missy Misdemeanor Elliott and Debrat. The pair's outfits apparently take cues from the Mega Man video game franchise, while their adventures in space have little, if anything, to do with the actual song. But who cares? Elliott and Debrat totally sell the ridiculous concept.
I'm pelling and pushing, picking up profits, so what I'm selling never gonna stop it.
Even Lil' Kim shows up to the party, making Sock It To Me an off-the-wall video from first frame to finale. Number 24, No Limit, Too Unlimited. The world of European dance music has, historically speaking, been an out-there place in the wildest way.
Hard to the core, I feel the floor. When I'm on stage, yo, you ask for more. I'm on the edge, I know the last. I work real hard to collect my cash.
The genre's stereotypically low sense of self-awareness has given us countless clips like No Limit from Too Unlimited. We have to admit that the huge pinball set is imaginative, and Too Unlimited makes the most of it with their dancing and pantomimes. wardrobe is luscious and leathery to boot, almost coming across like a proto-version of The Matrix. The end results are delivered straight-faced, and this lack of irony makes No Limit feel like something we dreamt up. But nope, it is very, very real. Number 23, Brain Stew, Jaded, Green Day.
Having trouble trying to sleep.
These two tracks from Green Day may be separate on their fourth album, Insomniac, but their combination for this music video makes them feel forever linked.
I just feel like they're gonna bleed.
We're never quite sure why the band takes a trip using a bulldozer or why they're chilling in a junkyard. The cutaways to an animal trying to get back on its feet are disturbing, while the switch from sepia to color feels like something out of The Wizard of Oz. The latter occurs when Brain Stew shifts to Jaded, and the video steps on the gas. The rest is mainly chaotic angles and close-ups as the breakneck pace takes us to the end, leaving us breathless, winded, and still with a lot of questions. Number 22, Nothing Really Matters, Madonna. The Material Girl has graced us with some of the best music videos, full stop.
I was very young. Nothing really mattered to me.
Is Nothing Really Matters one of those videos? Perhaps, if you're into the image of Madonna rocking a kimono in a fashion that just might have garnered criticism for cultural appropriation in the modern day.
Nothing really matters. Love is all we need.
Elsewhere, Madonna is also seen holding this weird see-through plastic container that's never really explained. The dancing is well executed while simultaneously coming across as quirky and strange. The effect as a whole feels in line with the star's electro dance-influenced Ray of Light era, so it succeeds in this sense. It's still weird though. Number 21, Hunter, Bjork.
If travel is searching.
The inclusion of Bjork on this list should come as a surprise to absolutely no one, since the Icelandic singer has basically made a career out of being indefinable. Hunter possesses the singular premise of giving its audience an eyeful of her, front and center against a stark white backdrop.
I thought I could organize freedom.
The music video's director, Paul White, employed a team of digital effects artists to overlay all sorts of effects over Bjork's face. These effects haven't really aged well, unfortunately, and their initial newness now feels more quaint than anything revolutionary. The song is still great, of course, but the video arguably pales in comparison to some of Bjork's older clips.
I'm the hunter.
Number 20, Give It Away, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Give It Away proved to be the Red Hot Chili Peppers' first major hit, reaching number 1 on the Billboard Modern Rock Tracks chart. The concept of the bizarre music video stemmed from singer Anthony Kiedis, who wished to make a visually unique video that would stand apart from its contemporaries. A French fashion photographer named Stéphane Sednaoui was brought in, and he decided to paint the band members in a silver acrylic paint and shoot the video in black and white. The video also contains a wide array of different cinematic techniques, including superimposition and reversed footage. Warner Brothers hated it and wished for a more traditional music video. Regardless, it was a huge success and helped catapult the Peppers to stardom. Number 19, You Can't Touch This, MC Hammer. You Can't Touch This is one of the shining accomplishments of the 90s.
The winner is MC Hammer.
It was the first rap song to get a Record of the Year nomination at the Grammys, and its music video is an undeniable icon of pop culture.
You can't touch this.
It reeks of the 90s, with the fashion and the super baggy pants being a particular standout. It also features Hammer performing some of his signature dance moves, including the Running Man and his famous hammer dance that sees him scuttling across the floor like a crab. '90s rap doesn't get much more memorable than this.
Around the world, from London to the Bay. It's hammer, go hammer, empty hammer, yo hammer, and the rest can go in play.
Number 18, I Love You, Vanilla Ice. Forget Ice Ice Baby. I Love You is where it's at.
In your arms gives me a chill, just knowing that you want me by your side.
Released 6 months after the unbelievable success of Ice Ice Baby, on Valentine's Day 1991, I Love You is a sappy ballad that sees Ice trying his darndest to be serious and emotional. The video was actually directed by Michael Bay, who would later find fame through his bombastic action movies.
I'll never forget what you mean to me, coming straight from the heart of Vanilla Ice.
And it's like a parody you would find in a movie. It's full of slow-motion shots of Ice looking contemplative and morose, lots of sensual shots of dancing women, and even a cheesy green screen effect showing some rapidly moving clouds. It looks like the video was made for $10, and it makes for some fantastically cheesy viewing. Number 17, It's All Coming Back to Me Now, Celine Dion. Written by Jim Steinman, It's All Coming Back to Me Now was inspired by Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights and was originally performed by Pandora's Box before it was covered by Canadian icon Celine Dion.
Were nights when the wind was so cold that my body froze it.
The full music video is more of a short film, spanning 7.5 minutes and containing many cinematic elements, including exterior shots of a Gothic castle and a tragic motorcycle crash that results in a huge explosion. It's also filled with many over-the-top elements, including slow-motion running down long hallways, lots of sensual kissing, ghostly apparitions, and dramatic lightning strikes. It's all wonderfully campy, and you have to respect the craft. Number 16, Coffee and TV, Blur. Coffee and TV is a different sort of song from British rock band Blur, as it was sung by guitarist Graham Coxon rather than Damon Albarn. Its music video, while a spectacular piece of filmmaking that won several industry awards, is like a fever dream of weirdness. The concept is that Coxon has gone missing and appears on the side of a milk carton. The milk carton then grows arms and becomes sentient, embarking on an epic adventure to find the missing Coxon. It's amazing how Blur and the video's filmmakers managed to make audiences cry over a freaking milk carton. But such is the genius of this bizarre, adorable, and touching music video. Number 15, Into Your Arms, The Lemonheads. Serving as the Lemonheads' biggest hit, Into Your Arms spent a then record 9 straight weeks atop the Billboard Modern Rock Tracks chart. Released in 1993, the song came to epitomize the alternative rock craze of the time. The video sees the band singing the song in the middle of the woods, and the camera literally never stops moving. It spins around the band members, it spins around people dancing in a square, and it spins around frontman Evan Dando as he sings into the camera. The video also serves as a physical representation of the early 90s alt-rock movement, complete with Dando's long hair and the drummer's red plaid shirt. What a great time capsule. Number 14, I Want You Back, NSYNC. Serving as the debut single of one of the biggest boy bands in history, I Want You Back was actually made into 2 videos.
Tell me what to do now, 'cause
The second version was made for the British and American releases, and it's far more boring and traditional than the vastly superior original.
don't hang up the phone now. I'm trying to figure out.
This one was released in Germany, as NSYNC had signed with a German label. It sees the group dancing in a horribly green screen space station, complete with laughably cheap mid-90s CGI and glorious 90s fashion. We don't know what's trippier, the green screen work, the subpar CGI, or seeing Justin Timberlake as a 15-year-old kid. Number 13, Thank You, Alanis Morissette. Canadian-American singer Alanis Morissette ruled the 90s. And Thank You proved both her 5th #1 in Canada and her highest charting single in the UK, peaking at number 5.
How about that ever-elusive cutout?
The success was likely aided by its unconventional music video, which featured a completely nude Morissette. She walks through various crowded areas and is continuously approached and embraced by strangers.
How about grieving it all one at a time?
Like Give It Away, the video was directed by Stéphane Sednaoui, with the concept credited to Morissette herself.
Thank you, frailty. Thank you, consequence.
She told the Miami Herald that the video was, quote, less about overt sexuality and more about the symbolism of being really raw and naked and intimate in all these environments where you'd seemingly need protection.
How about no longer being masochistic?
Number 12, Barbie Girl, Aqua. Few songs and music videos represent the 90s better than Aqua's Barbie Girl.
Hi, Ken. You wanna go for a ride?
Sure, Ken.
Jump in.
This was pure, unashamed bubblegum pop, and it may be one of the catchiest songs ever written.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world.
The video is hilariously tongue-in-cheek, complete with an opening declaration that it was filmed in aquascope. If this was a legitimate piece of work, it could very well be the worst music video ever made.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
It looks cheap, it's filled with corny transitions and bright, gaudy colors, and the band members, particularly Renee, give numerous meme-worthy glances to the camera. But the intentional corniness is part of the charm.
You can play if you say I'm always yours.
It's goofy, it's silly, and above all else, it's tons of fun.
In the Barbie world, life in plastic, it's fantastic.
Number 11, The Bad Touch, Bloodhound Gang. Another glorious bit of dance pop, The Bad Touch proved an enormous hit in Europe, peaking at number 1 in 8 different countries.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
And the music video, while very famous, also attracted some controversy. It sees the band dressed in monkey rat suits, running around Paris kidnapping and otherwise mistreating various people. The video was deemed insensitive by various groups, and in fact, MTV was called out for airing it at all by GLAAD. An edited version was then released, but even it's still ridiculous. Not as ridiculous as the lyrics, though.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
Number 10, Cotton Eye Joe, Rednecks. In 1994, a Swedish Eurodance group by the name of Rednecks covered the traditional folk song Cotton Eye Joe, matching southern twang and instruments like banjos and fiddles with their brand of techno. The unique concoction proved infectious, and the novelty of both the song and accompanying music video helped Cotton Eye Joe reach #1 in numerous countries around Europe. The video sees the band members performing at a raging barn rave. And it mirrors the song's unique blending of genres and styles, proving to be just as fun as a real barn dance. Number 9. Groove is in the Heart, D-Light. Serving as this dance group's debut single, Groove is in the Heart is widely considered to be one of the best songs of the 90s, and it made D-Light one of the world's most popular one-hit wonders.
The chills that you spill up my back keep me filled with satisfaction when we're done.
The accompanying music video harkens back to the psychedelia of the 1960s, depicting the band superimposed over shifting shapes and popping bright colors. Some may ask why. We ask why not.
Delightful, truly delightful. Life making it, doing it, especially at a show. Feeling kinda high like a Hendrix haze.
The unique style and theme made the video stand out among its contemporaries, and it somehow manages to generate nostalgia for both the 60s and the 90s at the same time. Number 8. Baby Got Back, Sir Mix-a-Lot. Along with You Can't Touch This, Baby Got Back serves as the quintessential representation of early 90s mainstream hip-hop.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny.
Both songs were huge hits, both were wondrously corny, and both came equipped with silly music videos.
Ladies, do you wanna roll my Mercedes? Then turn around, stick it out. Even white boys got the shout. Baby got back.
This one sees Sir Mix-a-Lot standing atop a giant butt and features many gratuitous shots of dancing women and their shaking behinds. Even the turntable has a little butt on it. While somewhat tame by today's WAP and Anaconda standards, this music video generated some controversy for its overt sexuality and was shortly banned by MTV in the early 90s.
So ladies, if the butt is round and you want a triple X throwdown, dial 1-900-MIX-A-LOT and kick them nasty thoughts. Baby got back. Baby got back.
Today, it is rightfully seen as a classic. Number 7. Quit Playing Games with My Heart, Backstreet Boys. Serving as NSYNC's biggest rivals, the Backstreet Boys were the quintessential boy band of the 90s.
Sometimes I wish I could turn back time.
And this served as their most successful single in America, peaking at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100.
I live my life the way to keep you coming back to me. Everything I do is for you. So what is it that you can't see? Sometimes I wish I could turn back time. Impossible as it may seem.
The concept behind the music video is simple. The Backstreet Boys dance around in the rain and eventually take their shirts off. An idea that nearly got the video banned from MTV, who were feeling particularly prudish that day.
Quit playing games with my heart. With my heart. I should have known from the start. From my heart. Quit playing games with my heart.
Along the way, viewers are treated to many corny fade transitions, close-ups of emotional and sexy faces, and the Backstreet Boys dragging their hands through their wet hair.
The love that we had was so strong. Don't leave me hanging here forever. Oh, baby, this is not right. Let's stop this tonight.
It's perhaps the most over-dramatic music video in history, and it tells you all you need to know about the mid-90s boy band boom. Number 6. Black Hole Sun, Soundgarden. Black Hole Sun was released at the height of the grunge movement, and it is very evident. Aside from the sludgy production and dark lyrics, the song is accompanied by a creepy music video with tons of surreal imagery and a horrifying concept.
Black hole sun, won't you come? Wash away the rain. Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come?
Everyone has chilling and exaggerated smiles plastered on their distorting faces. People sit on all fours watching a static TV, and little girls watch Barbies burn on the barbecue.
Wash away the rain. Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you
And that's all before the sky turns red and a literal black hole sun destroys everyone. It's brilliantly imaginative, but man, is it ever creepy and weird. This is mid-90s rock personified, and it serves as both a cultural icon and a fantastic piece of nostalgia. Number 5. What's Up With You? Eddie Murphy and Michael Jackson. Bear with us because we swear we are not making this up. Released in 1993, What's Up With You is sung by both Eddie Murphy and Michael Jackson, and it was included on Murphy's third studio album. Oh yeah, Murphy had a brief music career spanning the mid-80s to the early 90s. Like Black Hole Sun, What's Up With You personifies the 90s, just in a very different way. For one thing, it's sung by Eddie Murphy and Michael Jackson. For another, there's that weird spelling of the title, which just screams early 90s. Finally, there's Murphy's stellar 90s fashion and cheesy green screen work. Everything about this is ridiculous. Very memorable and entertaining, yes, but ridiculous. Number 4, I'm Too Sexy, Right Said Fred. A glorious bit of tongue-in-cheek, I'm Too Sexy is a dance pop masterpiece that parodies narcissism and self-aggrandizement.
Too sexy for my shirt, too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts. And I'm too sexy for Milan, too sexy for Milan, New York and Japan.
Right Said Fred is composed of brothers Fred and Richard Fairbrass, and the idea for the song reportedly came from the brothers' experience running a gym and witnessing the narcissism on display. And the music video is exactly what you'd expect. It contains ridiculous outfits, shirt ripping, lots of bare chests, popping muscles, and even a runway with bikini-clad women snapping photos of the strutting and gyrating Fairbrass brothers.
Yeah, on the catwalk, yeah, I shake my little tush on the catwalk. I'm too sexy for my cat, too sexy for my cat, poor pussy cat. I'm too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave me. And I'm too sexy for this song.
The video ends with a knowing and somewhat self-deprecating smile. A smile that says everything about the 3 minutes of goofiness that came before it. Number 3, Hooked on a Feeling, David Hasselhoff. Beloved actor David Hasselhoff has toyed with music throughout the decades, and in 1997, he released his ninth studio album, titled Hooked on a Feeling. Included on said album is the title track, a cover of the B.J. Thomas and Blue Suede classic.
I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me.
It was accompanied by what is either the best or worst music video ever made.
Hooked on a feeling, and I'm believing that you're in love with me. Hooked on a feeling, and I'm believing that you're in love with me. Yeah.
The video is filled with some truly hilarious green screen work, multiple shots of the Hoff flying through the air, and even Hasselhoff interacting with computer-generated cubes of the music video itself. It's probably a joke, but we honestly can't tell. Either way, it could very well be the silliest thing we've ever seen. Number 2, Blue Dabba Dee, Eiffel 65. One of the most popular Eurodance songs of the 90s, Blue Dabba Dee is a confounding yet incredibly entertaining song. Such adjectives could also be used to describe its music video. Reportedly made by 5 people in a garage, the music video is almost entirely computer-generated and tells the story about blue aliens abducting lead singer Jeffrey J and taking him to their planet. He's forced to put on a concert for the alien residents, and the other members eventually rescue him using cheesy martial arts and fancy superpowers.
Blue are the people here that walk around. Blue like my Corvette, it's any time. Blue are the words I say and what I think. Blue are the feelings that live inside me. I'm blue.
It's a complete fever dream of a music video, and it's made all the more memorable owing to its cheap CGI. It's silly, but it's also a masterpiece of late 90s music. Number 1. Numb, U2. It's amazing to consider that such a popular band can produce such experimental material. Numb is a weird bit of industrial rock, complete with sound effects, a grating guitar note, and a droning vocal performance by The Edge.
Don't whisper, don't talk, don't run if you can walk, don't cheat, compete, don't miss the one.
The music video consists of The Edge sitting in a black room and staring into the camera while a strobing light plays across his face. He's then forced to suffer feet and fingers prodding his face.
Don't struggle, don't jerk, don't cry, don't work, don't wish, don't fish, don't teach, don't reach.
Getting repeatedly slapped by a child.
Don't peek, don't spill, don't piss on the drain, don't like the well. Don't feel like having fun, don't compensate, don't die, don't call, don't come around late. Don't holler at the gate.
And even having his face be crudely tied up with a thin rope before being pushed over by Larry Mullen Jr. The combination of grating music and violent visuals is both disturbing and off-putting. It's easily the most bizarre thing that U2 ever did. Do you remember watching these videos when they originally dropped?
New kids on the block had a bunch of hits. Chinese food makes me sick, and I think it's fly when girls stop by for the summer. I like girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch. I'd take her if I had one wish. She's been gone since that summer.
Our last video today is about 90s rock one-hit wonders, whose songs are so awesome, they're still stuck in our head.
It's no surprise to me, I am my own worst enemy.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 90s rock one-hit wonders you forgot were awesome.
I got my own car, I'm popular.
For this list, we'll be looking at artists who essentially had one significant hit, whether that's mainstream popularity, chart success, or some other type of recognition that deserves another listen. While the artists may have had other tracks with success, these particular ones are what they're known for. While these rockers aren't always remembered, they have just the right combination of elements to make it worth your time. Did we forget your favorite rock one-hit wonder from the 90s? Number 10. Pepper, Butthole Surfers. Known previously as an underground punk act, Butthole Surfers finally received mainstream attention with Pepper.
Marky got with Sharon, Sharon got Sharia, she was sharing Sharon's outlook on the topic of disease.
The surreal lyrics and spoken word performance from Gibby Haynes makes this one unforgettable ride. Along with the psychedelic guitar part, The track has avant-garde elements that make it one of the stranger hits of the decade.
Some will die in hot pursuit and fiery auto crashes. Some will die in hot pursuit while sifting through my ashes.
Haynes' delivery encapsulates a particular kind of 90s aesthetic that embraced the best of being weird. The song did well on several charts, including the Billboard Modern Rock charts, while also rewriting the playbook on the genre.
Another Mikey took a knife while arguing in traffic. Flipper died a natural death. He caught a nasty virus.
It also invited more casual fans into the world of truly alternative music.
You never know just how you look through other people's eyes.
Number 9. Flagpole Sitta, Harvey Danger. Harvey Danger's fiery track Flagpole Sitta mixes influences in achieving its angsty sound. From power pop to alternative rock, the song features a plethora of signature ingredients. Singer Sean Nelson sings every verse like his life depends on it, offering up a subversive list of 90s phrases. Many of those words are best when screamed or shouted along with Nelson. Appearing in different film and television shows, the tune has developed a cult following over the years. Its deeper meaning is a furious statement fit for a decade of innovative rock music. Although Harvey Danger didn't return with another substantial single, this hit still has its fair share of fans. Number 8. Popular, Nada Surf. From their album High Low, Nada Surf's track Popular uses spoken word to deal with the throes of young love.
3 important rules for breaking up. Don't put off breaking up when you know you want to. Prolonging the situation only makes it worse.
The band was inspired by a teenage self-help book and decided to subvert the original message. In a tongue-in-cheek performance, the group lets a subtle guitar riff gradually ratchet up the tension.
Make sure to keep your hair spotless and clean. Wash it at least every 2 weeks.
This all spills over into a rocking chorus that is every bit as distorted and loud as the best of 90s alternative rock. Lead singer Matthew Cause does justice to the material with the verses and the hook coming together for an impressive final product.
I'll never get caught. I'm popular.
Number 7. Three Little Pigs, Green Jelly. The fairy tale Three Little Pigs gets a metal facelift in this song from Green Jelly.
Well, the first little piggy, well, he was kind of hippie, spent most of his days just dreaming of the city.
They spin a yarn about the famous characters, but give the lyrics a few extensive reworkings at the same time. This isn't your ordinary retelling, and the group makes sure that you won't soon forget.
Hopping and a bopping down on Venice Beach, getting paid money for religious speech.
You'd think the surprises would end there, but the single even features some additional work from an all-star lineup of artists. Diverse voices like Tool's Maynard James Keenan, and even Pauly Shore grace the track with their talents.
Little pig, let me in.
Along the way, a few hard rock instrumentations give the piece another memorable addition. Number 6. Love is on the Way, Saigon Kick. Even as the music world was shifting towards grunge, bands like Saigon Kick continued to fly the flag of the 80s glam metal scene.
Lonely sidewalks, silent night.
This prompted a single off of their album The Lizard called Love is on the Way. It begins with a delicate acoustic guitar pattern that follows in the footsteps of many great ballads of the time.
Time of season wipes the tears.
By the time they reach the chorus, the band members come together for some powerful harmonies.
Let's give it one more try tonight, baby.
The song itself was a top 20 hit in the early 90s and introduced the group to a wider audience. Saigon Kick continued to work through the decade, but they weren't able to find a success to equal this compelling power ballad.
Love is on the way. I can see it in your eyes.
Number 5. Wake Up Boo, the Boo Radleys. Anyone in need of a pick-me-up should play this track for instant results.
Summer's gone, day spent with the grass and sun.
British band the Boo Radleys crafted a tune that you can't help but love, with its sunshine tone and positive lyrics. The song starts up with a burst of sounds that don't waste any time in delivering happiness to listeners.
Don't recall a time I felt this alive.
By the time the band reaches the chorus, the Britpop production wins over everyone with its life-affirming and succinct message. Other members of the 90s subgenre might have taken over the mainstream, but this group still warms our heart with this cheery performance.
Wake up, it's so beautiful. What could be the very last time?
Number 4. Send Me On My Way, Rusted Roots. This acoustic guitar riff at the center of Send Me On My Way is arguably as famous as any other from the mid-90s. It is just one key part of the song's enduring appeal.
Well, pick me up with golden hand.
In terms of its lyrics, the piece gives off feel-good vibes with its eternal optimism. The track was released in 2 versions, with the more well-known being on their album When I Woke.
I would like to reach out my hand.
It has taken on a life of its own with various appearances in media in the years since. Some people count it out for being a one-hit wonder, but it actually carries a beautiful message behind it that's worth revisiting. Number 3. All For You, Sister Hazel. In the late 90s, Sister Hazel offered up a popular jangly rock single. Their hit All For You offers one of the more underrated hooks of the decade.
Finally, I figured out what it took a long, long time.
The song brings an almost folk influence to the alternative music world, with a tune that's ripe for a sing-along. It's an amazing debut that hasn't lost its luster after many changing trends.
Thought I'd seen it all for a real long, long time.
A powerful vocal performance sells the song as something more than a one-off release.
Rain comes pouring down, falling from blue skies.
Sister Hazel appeared on rock charts in several different countries for their fantastic work. Whenever it pops up on the radio or a streaming playlist, All For You reminds listeners of its indisputable catchiness. Number 2. Roll to Me, Delamitri. Delamitri left their mark on the mid-90s with this pop rock opus.
Look around your world, pretty baby. Is it everything you hoped it'd be?
The Scottish band left the biggest impact of their career with Roll to Me, which made people stop and take notice with its elliptical guitar sounds. Few people cite the track for its vocal melodies, which are simply enthralling.
And I don't think I have ever seen a soul so in despair.
The single and its accompanying album Twisted earned the band some of their best reviews in the process. Despite some people thinking Roll to Me gets overplayed, it still earns its status as one of the best earworms of the 90s rock scene.
The right time to roll to me.
Number 1. In the Meantime, Space Hog. In the Meantime expertly mines the depths of glam rock for a new era.
In the end, we shall achieve in time the thing they call divine.
Singer Royston Langdon pushes his talents to the limit in a career-defining performance. His impressive vocals are complemented by a slew of compelling work from the rest of the band, backing him with a layered sound.
When I cry for me, I cry for you, with tears of holy joy.
As both a piece of music and a set of lyrics, the effort never backs down with its proud explorations of alternative songwriting. It also has a timeless quality that any rock fan can come to appreciate. Even if Space Hog doesn't have the same recognition today, this work still deserves its place in the pantheon of 90s classics.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this special look at 90s music in all their awesome, cheesy, and ridiculous glory. Thanks for watching. I've been Matt from Watch Mojo, and I'll see you next time.